Hey everybody, it's Eric here. I just saw part 3 of Ahsoka last night, and it's called They Fly Now? They Fly Now. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's under 30 minutes of content. It's very short time-wise, but it felt much, much longer, yeah. And basically, what we have here is a copy of a copy, at times, a copy of a book, of a copy of a movie, yeah. And it wasn't good, guys. Yeah, lots of tropes and cartwheels in space. All right, so the show starts off with Sabine practicing her lightsaber skills with Professor Wang. Is that his name? The robot. And she's swinging a wooden kendo practice sword. I took kendo for years, and I got to tell you, everything I saw looked like bullshit to me. And I know there's one of you that's going to say, listen, there's the 7 forms of Jedi sword fighting, and Mace Windu is at the top and all that bullshit. It doesn't pass the eye test. I'm sorry. Next up, we're gonna get a copy. Ahsoka is gonna do her best Alec Guinness impersonation from A New Hope, and Sabine is gonna do her best Luke Skywalker. Ahsoka's gonna give her the helmet during the training, put that blast shield down, and I swear to God, Sabine says something like, "Well, with the blast shield down, how am I supposed to fight?" Something like that. And I'm going, "What the hell is going on here?" And there's training, but the training is slow. It's boring. It's not good. I don't like the dialogue. Nothing is working here. There's just no magic. All right, and Ahsoka is a terrible master. I mean, what's she doing here? Sabine actually starts getting good, and Ahsoka just like cheats and trips her. Just takes her legs right out. I mean, if Sabine goes to the dark side, we all know why. All right, next up, we go to a very diverse rebel fleet, and Hera is talking to senators, including my lady, my special, special lady, Mon Milfma. Yes, she's here. She's looking amazing. She's looking gorgeous. She hasn't aged a day since we saw her on Andor. And she looks younger than she did in Return of the Jedi. So I'm not sure what's going on here with all of that, but she looks amazing, and that's all I care about. The dialogue in this scene is absolutely awful, and these senators, they're not going to agree to help Hera find Thrawn and Ezra. I mean, she got sassy with the Asian senator. All these senators, they're acting shady. And Mon Mothma's like looking around, and she knows it. But how did this all happen? How did Mon Milfma let this happen? I don't know. I don't buy any of it, really. And then the meeting ends badly. The guy said that. And then there's Jason Syndulla, so Hera's son. We get to see him in live action. If he identifies as a him, he's got green hair. He's looking a little progressive. I don't know what's going on there. I don't want to like mispronoun anybody. I'm being serious. I don't know what's going on there in the comments. Can you guys help me out with this? What's up with the green hair? I don't know. Moving on. Ahsoka and Sabine, they're going to talk about the Force. They're going to say a lot of nonsense, all right? Ahsoka says, training and focus are what truly defines someone's success. Not everyone can handle the type of discipline it takes to master the ways of the Force. She doesn't say it like that. That's me bringing something to it. That's me acting. You don't see that in this show. Anyway, but obviously our characters saying that have not met Rey Skywalker. Next up, we watch a very exciting scene of Sabine trying to move a teacup with the Force. She can't do it. She's failing. Listen, Lucasfilm, you might as well have Ahsoka catch a space fly with chopsticks at this point. I mean, you're just ripping off so much. just go all the way, you know? Anyway, Ahsoka and Sabine, they drop out of hyperspace. We're told early, but I think they stop. They end up right in front of the Eye of Sauron. It's not the Eye of... It's called the Eye of Sion, and it's a big hyperspace ring, and yeah, there you go. So it looks like a perfect stop to me. I don't know what was up with that. But anyway, Darth Hottie and Darth Snake Eyes are waiting for them anyway. They're in their fighter jets. They're in their General Grievous and Cad Bane fighters, and they attack. And again, this show is going to be a copy of a copy. It's going to copy The Force Awakens, which copies A New Hope, and we're going to have a gunner scene. And but this one isn't as good as the ones we've seen before. And Professor Wang is going to be in the back seat, squawking like C-3PO and getting sassy. But yeah, there's just no magic here. Eventually, Ahsoka's ship gets hit, and it's sort of like a sitting duck. It's just floating. It can't move. And Ahsoka needs to buy Sabine time because Sabine needs to like reconnect a couple wires to get the ship to start up again. So Ahsoka's like, I'm going outside, and I'm thinking, oh God, no, don't do it. I'm getting Princess Leia, Mary Poppins flashbacks. My PTSD is kicking in from The Last Jedi, and Ahsoka. At least she gets, like a spacesuit, and it's perfectly tailored to her tentacles. Her head tentacles. I'm sure they have a name. I'm sure one of you nerds are going to tell me what the name is. I don't care anymore. So the spacesuit looks a little weird, don't you think? I don't know. And she goes outside, and she's going to use her magnetic boots to stick to the ship. We've seen that in Star Trek before. And she's going to fight the fighters. She's going to fight 2 Sith in 2 different like spaceships that are attacking her while she is standing magnetized to her ship. She's like a sitting duck. And the Sith, they do flybys, and she deflects the bullets, and then she starts to do these like cartwheels. She starts to float and flip in space, and I'm sorry guys, it looks ridiculous. Maybe if this was a cartoon, it would be acceptable, but in live action, it just looks so dumb, and it didn't make any sense. And all of a sudden, like baby Leia hiding under Obi-Wan Kenobi's trench coat doesn't look that ridiculous anymore. It didn't work for me. All right, so Ahsoka, they get that ship going, and they fly down to the planet into the clouds, and hiding in the clouds are all the space whales that we saw at the end of Rebels. And I don't mind the space whales, they're okay. But this scene is like a copy of a copy of a copy. It's we've seen this kind of scene before, whether it's Episode 1 and they're in a submarine and they're dodging big creatures, or whether it's Attack of the Clones and it's an asteroid dogfight, or it's an asteroid dogfight and Empire Strikes Back. I mean, we've seen this before, but this dogfight, weaving in and out of the whales, it was just boring. There was no magic. I mean, there could have been some magic. I don't know how you do it or what's missing here, but it was nothing special. Eventually, they just like elude these 2 Sith and their space fighters, and Ahsoka lands the ship in the forest. And even though Darth Hottie is flying right over Ahsoka, she can't sense Ahsoka. I don't know. And they give up and they go home. But the show ends with the great and late Ray Stevenson. And even though he has very little to nothing to say, he does it so well. And that's basically the end of the show. So yeah, I'm worried. I think the show's getting worse. And I didn't like the episode at all. There was nothing here except Mon Milfma, who's fantastic. Everything else I thought was just a big letdown and kind of boring. Didn't work for me at all. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section. As always, I'll get back to you eventually. I love talking to you guys. Hit that like button. And if you're new here, I don't know how you'd be new here because YouTube doesn't share my video with anybody. But if you're new here, consider subscribing if you like listening to an old nerd complain about everything he used to love now being shit. But that's okay because I still got the old stuff, the great stuff. Yeah, so let's talk Star Wars. Is Ahsoka in trouble? Yes, I kind of think it is. Those guys on Friday Night Tights are going to have a field day, I think, this week with this one. All right, everybody, have a great day, a great week. Have a great weekend. If I don't talk to you, I might talk to you. And I'll see you. Did I do that right? Have a great day, a great week. I'll see you soon. And as always, I will see you on the new. Getting rusty there.